Good morning, students. This is the time for computer class and I am your computer teacher. So we are continuing the lesson MS Excel. So in this video, the first topic that we are going to discuss is printing a workbook. Printing a workbook. So we already know that a workbook contains many worksheets. So after editing and formatting, the need may arise to print the worksheet. But before printing the workbook or worksheet, we would have to look at the formatting of the pages, which is called print preview. So first of all, what step we have to follow? The first step is move to the File tab. From the File tab, now move to the Print button. Now click on Print button. So in Print button, a preview window will appear. A window of this type will appear on your screen, where the preview of your workbook will appear over here. So here certain options will be available, like the number of copies after selections, the orientation either in portrait form or in landscape form. So the different types of options will be available over here. After filling the required necessary options, we can click on the print button over here. So as soon as we click on the print button over here and the system is attached with the printer, we will have the printout of our workbook or worksheet. So this is how we can print a workbook or worksheet. Now comes the second topic, using simple statistical functions. Using simple statistical function. So there are many, MS Excel provides some inbuilt formulas called functions. So what are functions? MS Excel provide some inbuilt formula. MS Excel provides some inbuilt formula called functions. So these functions are used to perform the simple and complex calculation. So the many of the functions that we use are sum, average, maximum, minimum, count, if, etc. So the first function here that we are going to discuss is sum function. Sum. So what does it do? It returns the sum of the range of the cell. It returns the sum. Sum means addition of the range of cell. Of the range of cell. Like consider over here, suppose this is an Excel worksheet over here. Say this is the row 1, 2, 3. This is the column A1, A, B and C. We have entered some value over here, 5, 6. Say I have created another column over here so that the calculation becomes easy to understand. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is some of the value that I have entered over here. Now in order to find out the sum, what I have to do is that, suppose I want to find this is another row over here. This is row number 4. Now suppose I want to find the sum of all these three values over here. So what I have to do is that I have to begin with equal sign, write equal sign over here. I have to write the equal sign, then I have to use the sum function, and in the sum function I have to write the range. Range means from A1 to A3. So A1 colon A3, and then I have to press the enter key. So 8 plus 5 13 plus 11 24. So 24 will be available over here. So in this way we can find the sum of our values. So we can also, this is the sum function. the next function that we have is average function. Average function. So what does it do? It returns the average of the range of the cell. It returns average of the range of the cell. Average of the range of cell. That is suppose we want to find the average of this one. So how can we will find the average? First of all, we have to plus all the three values, and since there are three values over here, we have to divide it by 3. So by doing this complex calculation, the simple method is just use the average function. I have used the average function over here, average, and in the bracket I have to write the range from B1 to B3. So 9, 6, 15, 15 plus 12, 27, and 27 divided by 3. So the average will be 9 over here. So as soon as I press the enter key, the 9 will be appearing over here. So this is how we can find the average. The third is maximum function. What does it do? It determines the greatest value out of the range of the cell. It determines the greatest value out of the range of the cell. It determines the greatest value out of the range of cells. Like suppose I have written over here maximum A1, from A1 to I have written say C3. So it will cover the entire range A1, A2, A3, A4, B1, B2, B3, B4, C1, C2, C3. So, and as soon as I press the enter key, what will be the output over here? The maximum value is 24. So the 24 will be appearing over here. Next we have minimum value. It determines the lowest value of the specified range of cell. It determines the lowest value of the range of cell. Like I have written over here minimum A1 colon C3. So as soon as I write over here minimum colon A1 C3, so what will be the lowest value over here? The lowest value is 5. So 5 will be the output over here. So the minimum is used to find the smallest value of the range of cell. Next we have count function. So count function. So what does it do? It counts the number of entries in this specified range of cell. It counts number of entries. It counts number of entries in the specified range of cell. In the specified range of cell. So it means I have written over here is equal to count A1 colon C3. So how many values are over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the output, as soon as I press the enter key, the output will be 11 over here. So what does the count function do? It counts the number of entries that we have made in a cell. The next is the if function. in if function, we use the logical test value, and the value can be either true and false. If true, then we can have the value of our then we can have the true value, and if the condition is false, then we will have the value of false. Like suppose over here, so it is a conditional function. So it is a conditional function that gives, it is a conditional function that gives either true and false. So suppose I have written over here is equal to, if I have written A4 greater than 30, then if the condition will true, then print good. Otherwise, if the condition is false, then if you come to this part, then print poor. So what is the value of A4? The value of A4 is 24. So 24 greater than 30, it is false condition. So it will move to the second part. And what is over here? Poor. So as soon as I press the enter key over here, the poor will appear over here. So this is how we can test the logical conditions of if. So these were some of the functions that we have in Excel. There are many more types of functions, but those are beyond the scope of our books. So now we come to the topic chart in Excel. Chart in MS Excel. So what is chart? We can say it is a pictorial representation of data. We can say chart is a pictorial representation of data. It is a pictorial representation of data. So we can say chart is the pictorial representation of data. It helps to analyze the data, observe the data. We have to give the numeric data, and on the basis of that the chart will be created. So what are the advantages of chart? It is more attractive and simple. It is more attractive and the people can easily understand it. Charts are easy to be compared, and they present the data in a compact manner, in a much understandable manner. So these are the three advantages of chart. First, chart are more attractive than simple presentation. Number two, they are easy to compare. They present the data in a compact manner. So the next topic that we are going to discuss is the component of chart. We will be discussing this topic, the components of chart, in our next video. So till now, in this video, what we have discussed about how to print a workbook, how to use the simple statistical functions. Like MS Excel provides some inbuilt formulas called functions. The different functions like sum functions, is use, average function, its use. Next, maximum functions, how it is used. Minimum function, what is its job, how it is used. Count function, what is its job, how it is used. If function, what is the use of if function, how it is used, how can we use the if function in our program. And next, chart and the advantages of chart. So these were some of the content in this video. Thank you.